Right. Good afternoon, students. See, in the previous class, we discussed regarding the atomic models, which was proposed by J.J. Thomson, which is known as watermelon model, or plum pudding model, or raisin pudding model. Afterwards, this theory is not accepted. Later, Rutherford proposed another atomic model, which is known as planetary model of atom. According to this theory, he has proposed the nucleus of atom, and he proposed that electrons are revolving around the nucleus in circular paths. And again, there exists some drawbacks in the Rutherford theory. To overcome that, scientists have started studying about the nature of radiation. What is the nature of radiation? There is electromagnetic radiations, and what are the characteristics of that electromagnetic radiations? Okay, right. Now, afterwards we discussed some terms, that is atomic number, mass number, and relation between atomic number and mass number, that is how to find a number of electrons, protons and neutrons present in a given species. And one more term we discussed there, isoelectronic species. So what are isoelectronic species? The ions having same number of electrons are called as isoelectronic species. And this isoelectronic species may be cations or anions, whatever it may be, they should contain same number of electrons. And among isoelectronic species, which is smaller, which is larger, also we discussed. That is, among the given ions, the ion with a higher atomic number has a lesser charge, lesser size, and the ion with a higher atomic, the ion with a less atomic number has large size, and the ion with a higher atomic number has small size. Or one more we also discussed, that is, as the charge present on the ion among the isoelectronic ions increases, the size decreases. After there we discussed. Now let us see some other terms we'll discuss here. Isotopes. What are isotopes? See, isotopes are the atoms of an element having a different mass number. So these are nothing but atoms of an element having a different mass number. Different mass number. So atoms of an element having different mass numbers are called as isotopes. Let us see some examples regarding isotopes. So atoms of same element with different mass numbers are called as isotopes. 1H1 known as protium, 1H2 known as deuterium, 1H3 known as tritium. These are the three isotopes of hydrogen: protium, deuterium and tritium. See, same atoms with different mass numbers. One more example, 6C12 carbon isotope, 6C13, one more, 6C14, 6C12, 6C13, 6C14. One more example, 17Cl35, 17Cl37, like that. So most of the elements in the periodic table have different isotopes. Among those, the element tin has highest number of isotopes. The element tin has around 10 isotopes. Tin has around 10 isotopes. Like that, most of the elements in periodic table are having isotopes. Then what about the characteristic properties of these isotopes? See, if the isotopes are atoms of the same element. As you know, atoms of the same element has similar chemical properties. So isotopes have similar chemical properties. Isotopes of an element have similar chemical properties, but they possess different physical properties. Isotopes have similar chemical properties but different physical properties. Why? Because isotopes of an element have similar electronic configuration. Atoms of an element have similar electronic configuration. See, the chemical properties of an element depends on its outer electronic configuration mainly. Since all atoms of an element has a similar electronic configuration, they possess a similar type of chemical properties. Physical properties. So physical properties depends on size as well as mass. See, these are having different masses and may have different volumes. That is why they possess different physical properties. Physical properties like melting points, boiling points, densities. So these properties are different for the isotopes of an element. Next, one more property. Isotope of an element has a same number of electrons and protons. Isotopes have same number of electrons and same protons, but isotopes of an element have different number of neutrons. So isotopes of an element differs in number of neutrons. They possess the same number of electrons as well as the same number of protons. Okay, right. Then what is the application of this isotopes? So as you know, atomic mass of some elements is fractional, but number of protons or number of neutrons or electrons are not fractional, but we got a mass as fractional. See, the atomic mass of an element is fractional due to the existence of isotopes. By taking this example, I'll explain here. So atomic mass is fractional. Atomic mass is fractional due to the existence of isotopes. Atomic mass is fractional due to the existence of isotopes. So if you take atomic mass of chlorine is 35.5. This is atomic mass. So atomic mass of chlorine is fractional. 35.5 we got. Why the atomic mass of chlorine is fractional? Fractional number of protons or neutrons is not there. Electrons mass is negligible. Leave it. Protons and neutrons always whole number in an atom, can never be fractional. Then how you got atomic mass as 35.5? So that is due to the existence of isotopes. So due to the presence of isotopes, the atomic mass is fractional. See, in an element, if two or more isotopes exist, then we should take a average atomic mass. Then how to calculate average atomic mass? See here, these are the two isotopes of chlorine that exist in atmosphere. In that, 17Cl35 exists to an extent of 75%, and a 17Cl isotope exists to an extent of 25%. Atmospheric chlorine, that means a free chlorine contains 17Cl35 isotope to an extent of 75%, whereas 17Cl37 isotope exists to an extent of 25%. Now we should take the average of these two isotopes. So atomic mass of chlorine is nothing but the average mass. Just I'll take M1x1 plus M2x2 by x1 plus x2. What is M1 x1, M2 x2 here? M1 and M2 are atomic masses of chlorines, 35 and 37. X1 and X2 are the abundance of these isotopes, 75% and 25%. Now let us see, I will calculate the average here. 35 atomic mass extend to 75%. So 35 into 75 plus atomic mass 37, abundance 25. So 37 into 25 divided by total is 100, 75 plus 25. Now if you simplify this, you will get a value of 35.5 here. So like that, if an element exists in two or more isotopic forms, then we should calculate the average mass of all the isotopes. Similarly, if you take a hydrogen, the atomic mass of hydrogen is not exactly equal to 1, it is 1.008. Instead of getting 1, why you got 1.008? The reason is due to the existence of these three isotopes. If we calculate the average atomic mass of all these three isotopes, then we will get 1.008. So atomic mass is fractional. Atomic mass is fractional due to the existence of isotopes. Let's see once again. What are isotopes? Atoms of an element having different mass numbers are called isotopes. These are some examples. Hydrogen isotopes 1H1, 1H2, 1H3. Carbon isotopes 6C12, 6C13, 6C14. Chlorine 17Cl35, 17Cl37. So these are some examples of isotopes. Then what are the characteristic properties of these isotopes? See, isotopes of an element have similar chemical properties but different physical properties. Why? Because isotopes of an element have similar electronic configuration, that's why they have similar chemical properties, but their masses are different, that's why they possess different physical properties. Next, isotopes of an element have same number of electrons as well as the same number of protons, whereas they possess a different number of neutrons. So isotopes differ in physical properties and in number of neutrons. The remaining properties are same. One more. See, the atomic mass of an element is not whole number always. The atomic mass of an element is fractional. Why the atomic mass is fractional? The atomic mass is fractional due to the existence of isotopes. If an element exists in two or more isotopic forms, in such cases, we should take the average atomic mass. This is the relation used to calculate average mass. m1 x1 plus m2 x2 and so on, divided by x1 plus x2 and so on. How many are there? That much you can take. By taking chlorine, if you calculate, chlorine has two isotopes, 17Cl35, which exists 75%, 17Cl37, which exists 25%. Now, if we calculate the average of the atomic masses of these two isotopes, we can get a value of 35.5. So, atomic mass is fractional due to the existence of isotopes. This is one more term here. Now comes the next term, isobars. Isobars. Yeah. So what are these isobars? See, isobars are atoms of different elements. Atoms of different elements having same mass number. Atoms of different elements having same mass number are called as isobars. Let us take an example here. 6C14, 7N14. Carbon and nitrogen, both are different elements, but both have same mass number. See, atomic number of carbon 6, nitrogen 7. And mass number of carbon is 14, nitrogen also 14 here. So these two different elements, that is atoms of different elements having same mass number. So these are called as isobars. Atoms of different elements having same mass number are called as isobars. Let us take one more example here now. 18 argon 40, 20 Ca 40. Argon atomic number 18, mass number 40. Calcium atomic number 20, mass number 40. So both has same mass number, but these are the atoms of different elements. So like this, atoms of different elements having same mass number are called as isobars. So you can take some other examples also. Among the given two isotopes, the mass number should be same. Then they are called as isobars. Then what about the characteristics of these isobars? See, isobars have different physical properties. They possess different physical properties because these are two different elements. As you know, as per Dalton's theory, atoms of different elements are having different properties. Now here, carbon and nitrogen are different elements, so their physical properties are different. Simply, carbon is a solid, nitrogen is a gas. Both physical state is different, so their physical properties also different. Now, at the same time, their chemical properties also say different. So isobars have different physical and different chemical properties because their composition is different, electrons different, protons, neutrons all differ each other. Now see, So isobars have different physical and different chemical properties. Next, isobars have different number of electrons, different number of protons, and different number of neutrons. So electrons, protons, neutrons, all are different. The only similar property among the isobars is their atomic mass. Only mass number is same here. Isobars have same mass number, different number of electrons, different number of protons, different number of neutrons. Okay, right. This is regarding isobars of an element. Right. So see once again, atoms of different elements having same mass number are called isobars. Isobars have different physical and chemical properties. They possess a different number of electrons, protons as well as neutrons. They are having just similarity in mass number only. This is regarding isobars. One more term we'll discuss. Isotones. What are isotones? See, isotones is nothing but atoms of different elements having same number of neutrons. Atoms of different elements having same number of neutrons are called as isotones. Isotonic, say having same number of neutrons. Let us see an example here now. Six C13, 7N14. Just compare these two. 6C13, 7N14. Now, if you write the number of electrons, protons, and neutrons for these two isotopes, for these two atoms. How many electrons are in carbon? 6 electrons, 6 protons, and number of neutrons is 13 minus 6, nothing but 7. And what about 7 and 14? Here how many electrons are there? 7 electrons. How many protons will be there? 7 protons. Then how many neutrons will be there? 14 minus 7, 7. See, both these two are having different electrons, different protons, but have same number of neutrons. So like this, atoms of different elements having a same number of neutrons are called as isotones. Then what about properties of these isotones? Let us see one more example. Yeah. 15p31 and 16s32. Let us hear electrons, protons, and neutrons among these. This 15p31 contains 15 electrons, 15 protons. Then how many neutrons? 31 minus 15, which is 16 neutrons. In a sulfur 1632 nucleus. Right now here 16s32 contains 16 electrons, 16 protons, and number of neutrons is 16. So these has a different number of electrons, different number of protons, but have same number of neutrons. Like this, atoms of different elements having a same number of neutrons are called as isotones. And what about characteristics of this? So these are atoms of different elements. Their electronic configuration is different. So they possess different chemical properties. Their mass numbers are different. So they possess different physical properties. So here also isotones have different physical and different chemical properties. Then isotones have different number of electrons and different number of protons, but they possess a same number of neutrons. This is regarding isotones. See once. Atoms of different elements. Atoms of different elements having a same number of neutrons. Atoms of different elements having same number of neutrons are called as isotones. These are two examples. Here in these two, they possess different electrons and protons but have same number of neutrons. Among this phosphorus and sulfur also, they have different number of electrons and protons but possess same number of neutrons. Such species are called as isotones. Okay. And now, so one more we'll discuss. Isosters. Yeah, what are isosters? See, isosters are the molecules having same number of atoms and electrons. The molecules which are having the same number of, or the species or the particles, here you can write. The species having a same number of atoms as well as same number of electrons are called as isosters. So once again, the species having same number of electrons and same number of atoms are called as isosters. An example I'll take here. Say. CO2, carbon dioxide, N2O, nitrous oxide. So here CO2 and N2O, nitrous oxide, both are isosters. See, how many atoms are there in these two? CO2 contains 3 atoms, N2 also contains 3 atoms. So having same number of atoms. Now count the number of electrons here. Carbon contains 6 electrons and 2 oxygens contains 2 8s are 16. This is 22 electrons. So CO2 contains 22 electrons. Similarly, nitrous oxide N2O, 2 nitrogen atoms are there. So 2 into 7 plus 1 oxygen atom is there, 8. So 14 plus 8. 22 electrons. So now here, both carbon dioxide as well as nitrous oxide, both contains 22 electrons each. And both contains 3 atoms each. So such type of species are called as isosters. So these are some terms what you know for further discussion in this chapter. See once again, isotopes. What are isotopes? atoms of the same element having different mass number are called isotopes. Isobars. Atoms of different elements having a same mass number are called as isobars. Next, isotones. Atoms of different elements having same number of neutrons are called isotones. Isosters. Atoms of different elements, the species having same number of atoms and same number of electrons are called isosters. And one more what we discussed in the previous class is isoelectronic species. At the same time, we also discussed there hydrogen-like species. What are hydrogen-like species? So any species which contains only one electron is called as isoelectronic, hydrogen-like species. Hydrogen, He plus, Li plus 2, Be plus 3, all these are isoelectronic species, contains only one electron, called as hydrogen-like species. Right. So let us see here just one or two numericals to discuss regarding these isotopes and isobars. Textbook on. Yeah, let's see here. There's two problems given here based on this in your textbook. Just I'll solve those two. This is question number 2.42 in our NCERT textbook. So the given question here is an element with mass number. I'll read the question also clearly here. An element with a mass number, an element with mass number 81 contains 31.7% more neutrons compared to protons. Then assign the symbol. Yeah, this is the question asked there. So once again, an element with mass number 81 contains 31.7% more neutrons as compared to protons. Assign the atomic symbol. So what is the symbol of that atom? We should identify here now. Let us see here. How to solve this question. What is mass number? Mass number is nothing but equal to sum of the protons plus neutrons. That is mass number. So here element we don't know, that only we should identify. That means how many electrons are present we don't know, how many protons are present we don't know, neutrons also not given, but one condition given here, contains 31.7% more neutrons as compared to protons. As you know one thing, in an atom always number of electrons is equal to number of protons, which is known as atomic number. Now let the number of electrons is equal to number of protons is equal to x. I don't know the value, I just take it as x. Number of protons present in an atom is equal to x. Okay, then the number of neutrons is equal to, we don't know. What is given here? Number of neutrons is 31.7% more than protons. That means protons x plus 31.7% of x. This is 31.7% more than compared to protons. Then this is equal to x plus, percentage means per 100, 31.7 by 100, and this is equal to x plus this becomes 0.317x, total will be 1.317x. This is number of neutrons, 1.317 neutrons. Now as we know that mass number, is equal to sum of protons plus neutrons. This is the relation known for us. So what is the mass number given here? The given mass number is 81. That means mass number 81 is equal to, how many protons are there? X plus 1.317x. This is neutrons, 1.317x. Then 81 is equal to 2.317x. Then x is equal to 81 by 2.317. Then you can get this value 35, nearest value 35 or 34.99 something you can get. That means the value of x is 35. What is this x? Which is nothing but number of protons. Therefore number of protons present in an atom is nothing but equal to atomic number, which is equal to atomic number, that is 35. So atomic number is 35. So now we have calculated the atomic number of the element. How much you got? 35. So atomic number is 35, mass number is 81. So what is the element with atomic number 35? The element with atomic number 35 is nothing but bromine Br. So this is your answer. 35 Br 81. See once again the same. An element with mass number 81 contains 31.7% more neutrons as compared to protons. Assign the symbol of the element. Electrons or protons not given. As you know, number of electrons or number of protons present in an atom are always same. let it be X. Then given that number of neutrons is 31.7% more as compared to protons. Therefore, number of neutrons is equal to X, that is number of protons, plus 31.7% of X. Then total will be 1.317X. This is number of neutrons. This is number of protons. So as you know, mass number is equal to sum of protons plus neutrons. Then mass number given as 81. Then 81 is equal to protons X plus 1.317X. This is neutrons. Then so 81 is equal to 2.317X. Then X is equal to 35. That means the atomic number of the element is 35. So what is the element of the atomic number 35? That is bromine. So the given element is 35 Br81. So this is the answer for this question. No problem. Right. So this is the solution for this question. Let us say one more same model question we'll discuss. Problem. All right, let us see just one more problem. By that today we'll conclude. Right. Now say same model, one more question. 2.43 this is. See, the given question is an ion with mass number, an ion with mass number 37. An ion with mass number 37 has or possesses 1 unit negative charge. Possesses 1 unit negative charge. If the ion contains, if the ion contains 11.1% more neutrons, if the ion contains 11.1% more neutrons than electrons, find the symbol of the ion. Right. So this is one more question, same one. So what the difference for earlier question and this question is? So in the earlier question they gave an atom. Here they have given an ion with a 1 unit negative charge. Okay. Now see how to solve this. Let the number of electrons in a uni-negative ion is equal to X. See, uni-negative ion means X minus. X minus is a uni-negative ion. So how many electrons you have taken here in uni-negative ion? X. Uni-negative ion contains X electrons. Then atom contains how many electrons? Otherwise, one more example I'll take here. F minus contains 10 electrons. Then F contains how many electrons? If F minus contains 10 electrons, then F contains 9 electrons only. F by gaining 1 electron, we can get X minus, F minus. So 9 plus 1, 10. Similarly here, the number of electrons in uni-negative ion is equal to X. Then the number of electrons in atom. The number of electrons in atom is nothing but equal to number of protons, which is equal to x minus 1. Uni-negative ion contains x electrons. Then atom contains how many electrons? Nothing but x minus 1. Number of electrons, number of protons in an atom is always equal. So number of protons, which is equal to number of electrons present in the atom, will be equal to x minus 1. Right. What is one more condition here? The ion contains 11.1% more neutrons. Here given ion, not atom. Therefore, the number of neutrons in atom, see, neutrons or protons in atom or ion is always same, no difference. Atom ion differs only in electrons, not in protons and neutrons. So number of neutrons in an atom is equal to ion, which is equal to x plus 11.1% of x. So given that neutrons are 11.1% more than in ion. How many electrons are there in ion? X. Then neutrons will be x plus 11.1% of x. And this is equal to x plus 11.1 by 100x, which is equal to 1.111x. This is number of neutrons. Now apply the known condition. Mass number is equal to number of protons plus number of neutrons. What is the mass number given here? 37 is the mass number. Then 37 is equal to how many protons are there in atom? X minus 1. X minus 1 plus neutrons 1.111x. Now this is equal to 37 is equal to x 1.111x. This is 2.111x minus 1. Then x is equal to 37 by 2.111. Then this is approximately, you can get 18, you will get here. Therefore, number of electrons, in ion is equal to x, that is equal to 18. Then atomic number is nothing but number of protons, which is given as how much? X minus 1. This is x minus 1. This is equal to 18 minus 1, 17. So the atomic number of the given element is 17. The symbol is atomic number 17. Mass number 37. And the given is uni-negative ion, 1 unit negative charge. What is the element with atomic number 17? Cl with negative charge minus. So the symbol of that species is 17 Cl minus 37. See once again, this is an important model. An ion with mass number 37 possesses 1 unit negative charge, and the ion contains 11.1% more neutrons than electrons. Then find the symbol. Let number of electrons in uni-negative ion is x. If ion contains x electrons, then atom contains how many electrons? X minus 1. Then number of electrons, number of protons in an atom, both are same. So which is equal to x minus 1. And number of neutrons. Number of neutrons are 11.1% more than electrons in the ion. That is x plus 11.1% of x. What we got? 1.111x. This is number of neutrons. These are number of protons. Now apply the relation. Mass number is equal to protons plus neutrons. Then 37 is equal to x minus 1 plus 1.111x. On simplifying, we can get the value of x as 18. That means number of electrons in the uni-negative ion is x. Then the number of electrons in the atom or number of protons is nothing but equal to x minus 1. So number of protons present in an atom is nothing but an atomic number. That is x minus 1, 18 minus 1, 17. So from the given data, we have calculated the atomic number of the element. From the atomic number, we can identify that element. So element with atomic number 17 is chlorine, and it possesses a negative charge, unit negative charge. So there is a 17Cl 37, 17Cl minus 37. Right. This is regarding calculation of assigning the symbol of an element from the given data. So overall today what we discussed is isotopes, isobars, isotones, isostars, and how to represent or how to calculate the symbol of an element based on the given data. Okay. So remaining tomorrow will continue. Thank you.